Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing my third Halloween look of the season. This one is probably my favorite one that I have done so far. So first things first, just going to clip my hair in the back so it is out of the way. And once again, we are going to be dabbling with these FX transfers. And this time around, I actually do it the correct way rather than my last tutorial where I completely and totally messed it up. So basically, you're just going to want to open it and do all the same steps as last time. I will put step-by-step instructions in the description box if you would like to. So the step that I didn't do last time that I'm going to do this time is once I have everything ready to go, before I apply it, I am taking a marker and on the back of the FX transfer, I am tracing out the shape of the design so that way when I do apply it to my face, I know that I am applying it straight and I am applying it correctly. And this helped out a ton. So after you do that, take off the little plastic wrap, put it where you want it, and then hold a wet cloth to it for about a minute or so. That's what I found worked to be the best for these. And then just peel it off and it will reveal your FX transfer. And as you can see, everything went a lot smoothly and everything looks a lot better because I decided to actually do the step that I was supposed to do last time. And I'm using two this time, so I use the little mouthpiece, and then I also use this kind of really big, gaping, nasty wound cut, and it looked really, really cool and really realistic. So that is what I did first. Then I am going to be mixing my Revlon Color Stay Foundation with a little bit of white cream makeup from the Halloween store, just to make my face appear a little bit more pale. And I'm applying a good amount of this all over my face just to kind of, you know, cover up everything and make myself look kind of deadly and white. When you do apply the FX transfers, make sure you don't have any face makeup on whatsoever or they will not apply correctly. That is why I do my foundation after I apply these transfers. And then to set everything down, I'm not going to be using a regular powder. I'm actually going to be using this dead white face powder that I got from the Halloween store, and it's literally just a plain white powder. And then to put it on my face, I'm just using a big white brush from Vanity Planet and just packing a crap ton of this all over my face. Moving on, I'm going to be using my BH Cosmetics huge makeup palette. There's 120 colors in here, and I'm going to be mainly sticking with the gray colors out of this palette. And what I'm doing with a blending eyeshadow brush from Vanity Planet is I am making my neck look really kind of sickly and sunken in. So basically, I just inhale really deeply to kind of expose the natural creases of my neck and applying the eyeshadow there, so it makes myself look really kind of freaky and sunken in. It's a really, really good effective effect, so I recommend trying this if you're going for a look like this, such as this kind of like creepy, diseased doctor type look that I went for today. And I'm also using those exact same eyeshadows on my eyes. So first I'm just putting this kind of in the hollows of my eye up at the very top there and sweeping it in my crease as well. Just making it really look kind of sickly and sunken in. That's basically the whole point of this makeup look, is just to make yourself look really kind of creepy and really sunken in and gross looking. And I'm also bringing that down my nose just slightly. We're not doing anything dramatic, just kind of bringing it down a little bit to create like a shadow. And then to fill in my eyebrows, I'm not doing anything special. I'm not making them perfect by any means. I'm literally just using a black eyeliner and filling in my eyebrows. Not really worried about if they're perfect or not, just filling them in. You know, it's Halloween makeup. Nothing has to be perfect here. Then going in with my Maybelline The Nudes palette, I'm taking the darkest shade out of this palette, which is down on the very bottom row all the way to the right. And on a flat top eyeshadow brush, I'm going to be packing this onto my eyelid. I wasn't really sure what eyeshadow look I wanted to do for this look, so I wanted something kind of smoky, I guess. So I just kind of packed a whole bunch of this on the eyelid and then blended everything out so it was nice and seamless. And to kind of blend everything out, I just used a eyeshadow brush in that same gray gray eyeshadow from my BH Cosmetics palette and went up in the crease and just made my eye look really smoky. Moving on to the undersides of my eyes, I'm using this NYX eyeliner by NYX, obviously, and this is in the color Pumpkin, and I applied this on my waterline. This is a lip liner, but it worked really well in the waterline, and this just kind of gives my eye a really red, diseased kind of look. And then over top of that, I used the Urban Decay Electric palette, and I used Slow Burn and just kind of packed that over top of that eyeliner as well, and it just made my eyes look red and gross and sick and just blech. So it worked well. For the eyelashes, I'm using the Voluminous Butterfly Intenza mascara and just applied a thin coat of this on my top and bottom lashes to finish off the eye look. Next, I wanted to create some sort of creepy vein looking thing, so I'm using my Cinema Secrets palette stack. It's just like a stack of cream makeup, and I'm using the one at the very bottom, which is a dark cream makeup, and on a very, very thin eyeshadow brush, I'm taking just a little bit of this and kind of creating veins. This was my first attempt at creating like a veiny type look, so I'm not sure how I did on this. I thought it actually looked really cool when I was finished with it, so it just kind of added to the look and made it look kind of gross and diseased. So I added some underneath my eyes and up on my forehead as well. And if you do get a little bit too much of it on your brush, you can very simply just wipe it off with a Kleenex, and even if it's on your face, you can just dab it away with your finger and it'll kind of mute it out and mellow out the vein so it looks not as harsh. For the ones on my forehead, it was actually pretty easy because I actually followed the natural veins in my head, so that made it a lot easier to kind of map them out and see where I wanted them. And I just started at the very top of my hairline there and just kind of dragged them down from there. Next, I'm taking some black eyeshadow and working on those FX transfers to make them look a little bit more realistic. Basically, what the black eyeshadow does is it makes them appear obviously more realistic and a lot more deeper in the cut area. So that's just what I'm doing there. I did this for both this one and the other one on the other side of my face. And I was just going to leave the look like this and call it good, but last minute I decided to play with some liquid latex. So I'm basically just taking one of these foam wedge sponge things from the dollar store, and I'm taking my liquid latex, which was bought at Spirit Halloween, and I wanted to create sort of like a rotting mouth kind of effect. And to do this, I just put a ton of liquid latex on my top and bottom lip. If you have a septum piercing, flip it up before you do this because I literally almost ruined mine, so just a little heads up. And over top of that, I used tissue paper and then applied more liquid latex on top of that. And I also kind of took a little nail file type thing and just made little wrinkles and creases in the tissue paper as well and let that completely dry. Once it does, I'm taking a dark red cream makeup and applying it over top of the liquid latex that we already applied with a little bit of leftover foundation as well. This just kind of made it look a little bit bloody and gross and, you know, all that good stuff. We will be getting to the fake blood in just a minute, so yeah, stay tuned. That's the best part in my opinion. And here we go. Here comes the fake blood. So I'm just using some vampire blood from Spirit Halloween, and I am putting a ton ton of this. Like, I literally think I finished the whole rest of the bottle in this look. I just applied it everywhere, all over the kind of rotting appearance look. I completely ran out of blood scab when I was filming this. I was really upset. I went to the Halloween store and I picked up this next product that you are about to see. It's called, what even is it called again? It's the Red Blood Gel, and they said it's very similar to Bloody Scab, but trust me, I tried it and it's not. So Bloody Scab would have really made this look kind of pop, but I didn't have any, so that's why it doesn't look as good as it usually does, unfortunately, but I just made with what I had. And then I also applied some of that in the little FX transfer wounds to make them look more realistic and bloody. To finish off my face, I'm going to be using this zombie blood spray, which I used last year and it was a really great success. Basically, it just makes it look like blood splattered on your face, and I absolutely love this stuff. The only downside is that when it does dry and it comes time to wash it off, it is a little bit difficult to wash off, but the effect is so cool of it that I really don't care. I love it so much. So that basically finishes off the entire face. To finish off the costume, I decided to go with a doctor's mask, and this one was also bought at Spirit Halloween for a couple bucks, and it really added to the look. So after I applied that to my face, don't worry about getting blood on it. Trust me, you're supposed to for this look. After I applied it to my face, I took more of that blood spray and sprayed it on the mask to make it look like there was blood splatter on the doctor's mask as well. Moving on to the very final thing for this look is, of course, some special Halloween contacts. These are by Camo Eyes, and they do require prescription now to get these, so just kind of keep that in mind. I will have the names of these in the description box, but I did apply both of these to my left and my right eye, and seriously, these are so freaking cool. They added to the look so much, and they were really easy to apply. They are really, really comfortable. Some are more comfortable than others, but these were pretty sweet, so that's what my eyes look like. After you're totally done, apply your doctor's mask and let your hair down, and the look is finally complete with everything done. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is, like I said, probably my favorite look that I have filmed so far this year. I just think it's really creepy, really gross, really bloody, which of course is my favorite thing to film. So let me know, of course, as usual, what you guys thought of this look. Would you go for this as Halloween? I think I would. This is a pretty badass costume. It's really creepy. It's a great way to scare your friends, and it's not too challenging to do because I'm not very good at this stuff, so if I can do it, you can do it. So make sure to give this video a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to go down and subscribe for more Halloween makeup tutorials. I love you guys so, so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.